One of the projects I want to get involved in over the next couple of weeks is to install some of the landscape lighting into the front yard. This is one of the fixtures that I used at the old location. I believe I have 40 of these in total. I had them in the yard at the old location and I really enjoyed them. And then I also have some floodlights that came with the set. I believe there are only 10 or 12 of those. There's a lot less of those. These natively take these bulbs, which I believe are halogen bulbs, and they're 12 volts. I'm not sure what the wattage is exactly. That's inherently it's just worn off, but that's what they are. They're not particularly bright, but they're bright enough to serve as an accent lamp. But I got to thinking about how I'm going to electrify the setup because I don't have a lot of electricity left for this after I figure in the remaining streetlights I want to put into the yard. And since this is an application where most of the light is wasted, if you will, this might be one of those very, very rare situations where an LED lamp might make more sense. Plus, with these bulbs, we're stuck with whatever color these are. I think it's 2700 Kelvin or 3000 Kelvin. I want an amber because I remember many years ago at the location before the old location, we had gotten some solar lights. This is back in the 2000s, and they were amber. In fact, I've shown them on video. It was one of those ones I'd made into a nightlight many years ago. And I remember we had those in the backyard, and I liked looking out the bedroom window and seeing them in the yard. So I want to do the same thing here. I want to put these in the yard, and I want to see if I can get them to be amber. Plus they'll match the sodium fixtures to some extent. So I got two bulbs. These are amber and these are white. The white ones would go into the floodlights, which I'm going to have shining on the wall, and these would go into the lamps. So let's get this open first and make sure that this is even something that will fit into these bulbs here. Okay, so we only got two of them, but the form factor looks to be the same, so I don't see any reason why they shouldn't fit into the socket. These came in ESD bags, which is kind of interesting. Appears to be of a reasonable quality. And I also got this, the LED driver. Chances are that these are being 12 volts. These would work with the old transformer, but admittedly I have no idea where they are, so I figured I'll just get a new transformer. And much to my surprise, this is actually made of metal. So this outputs 12 volts and looks like it can be anywhere from 110 to 220. It's 86% efficient. Oh no, okay, so let's see here. Waterproof electronic LED driver. So in theory, I guess this could mount outside somewhere. 120 watts, so if these bulbs are, I can't imagine these draw more than a watt or two. It doesn't say. I'm going to have to go back and look at the product specification sheet. Oh, here we go. Nope, doesn't have it. 30,000 hours. Well, these should last a long time in theory, but I don't know what the wattage is, so I'll stick this in here. Seems to fit. And now this is where it's going to get a little flaky, because in theory these, the way these work, which is really kind of stupid, is the wire just like jams in there, and I don't know where the bases are for these things. Actually, it seemed relatively easy. Why was it so easy? Stop hitting the tripod. You're going to get all sorts of audio problems in the video. Of course, go figure the one that I cut was the one that had the crimps on it. Stupid. Well, you don't need a lot of wire for this task. So I need to get this to stick on here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the video, but there's two prongs in there, and they're sharp, and they just stick into the wire. And if I had the stake, it would hold the wire at the exact position where it needs to go, but I don't know where those are either. They're probably in the bottom of the bin, so I'm just going to try to jam the wire onto the things the best I can, and hopefully get it to work. I feel like it's in there now. We'll go with it. So let's just strip this back now. And I'm going to need to go get some wire nuts. I don't think that I have any in here. No, I'll just go get some out of the garage. The lead on this is very short. Now I don't know. I believe the LEDs are generally polarity sensitive, so I don't know how this is going to work. There's a 50-50 shot if this is correct or not. Or maybe these aren't polarity sensitive anymore. I mean, if these are retrofit for a car, the old incandescent bulbs didn't care nothing about polarity, so it wouldn't be labeled. So maybe they're not polarity sensitive. I don't know. Alright, let me go ahead and get this plugged in here. So if this doesn't work, it's probably going to be because of the connection not being any good. Well, let's see. Well, now it doesn't work because the power bar isn't plugged in. Get past this hurdle of plugging in the bar, and then let's see what we got here. Oh, cool, it works. And that looks just like high pressure sodium. Couldn't ask for a much better match than that. Wow. turn these lights off here. Alright, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. It's almost identical to the color of the sodium lights. Very, very close. Alright, that'll work. I think that will absolutely work. Now, let's go ahead and try the white bulb, because who knows, maybe I will like the white bulb better. And it doesn't seem to have any flicker or anything. This is pretty satisfactory. Now, of course, the light shining up is kind of wasted. Maybe I should get some kind of a reflector or something to put in there. Whatever, it's not worth the time of day. Oof, that gets hot. Wow. Not good. Alright. So let's try the white ones now. I remember these being white, so I may plug this in and find that I like the white ones better, even though I always envisioned having the orange ones. Let's see. Can't believe how hot that stupid thing got. Oh gosh, that's awful. That's blue. That's not white, that's blue. That's stinking blue. Okay, so that gets a 0. Definitely not gonna buy any more of those. This is why we always check things. That is no good. That is blue. I don't want blue. I wanted white. That's like 4,000 or 5,000 kelvins. Nope, not gonna work. So these are good though. These will work. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised with this. That will definitely work. So, that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and order more of those bulbs. And as far as for the spotlights go, I'm going to have to experiment with some different bulbs. Before we wrap up the video, let's take a look at the power draw and see how much this is consuming. We have 118.7 volts here. 0.07 amps and 4 watts with a power factor of 0.55, so it's a pretty junky transformer, but that's not much of a surprise. Well, 4 watts per lantern is not bad. And if I had 10 of them, it's still only 40 watts, so that's like nothing. So alright, these bulbs check out. These are good. I'm going to get more of these, and I'm going to have to find something else to try for the white ones, because those are not going to work.